Hello, everyone. So we are going to do another collective reading. So I'm going to do a collective spirit animal reading for what animal is kind of presenting itself for the collective right now. So the way I want to approach this reading is from humanity as a whole. I feel like a lot of collective readings are done and then they're kind of made personal, but I feel like I've been really feeling the pull to kind of do more broader scale readings for people. If you guys are interested in either this reading done personally or another tarot reading or astrology reading, please check out my Etsy. The link will be in the description of this video. So with that being said, we're going to jump into this. We are going to get into looking at what spiritual animal is coming forward for the collective to be worked with right now. We're going to look at how the collective can connect with this animal, what this animal can kind of help with the collective with, what the personality of this animal is like, or kind of how it comes off to the collective, how you can know this animal is around you, or how the collective will kind of react or know that this energy or animal is around them, and how the collective can kind of strengthen their relationship with this energy if this is an energy that you connect with, and the message that this animal has for the collective. That's what we're going to look into. So let's get into this and just see what this holds. So we have the cheetah coming up as the collective energy, or the animal that is coming forward for the collective right now. So the cheetah, when I think of the cheetah, I think of swiftness, I think of speed, I think of forward movement, right? The cheetah sprints forward. It is the fastest animal in the world. So it moves forward at tremendous fucking speeds. Also, being a cat, I also see the cheetah as somebody, as like this energy that kind of sit and watches for a while and then kind of sprints forward into action when needed, right? This cheetahs I have never known to really waste their energy because they are not able to sprint. It takes a lot of energy for them to sprint at the speeds that they do. They don't waste this energy, right? So they'll sit and they'll stalk their prey, or they'll watch their prey, and they'll strike at the opportune time so that they're not wasting energy. And I feel like that is this is the animal that's coming forward for the collective. I'm going to read the description from the book, because I feel like that's going to help provide some more insight into this. So let's see, we have cheetah, there we go. So the keywords for the cheetah are solar force, action, achievement, and masculine energy. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah, it shines from inside to this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah's personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you are lacking in these areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. When the cheetah is in balance, it achieves anything and has boundless energy. When it is out of balance, it can be impatient and competitive. And to help bring this animal energy back into balance, reconnect to purpose. So I feel like for something that jumped out at me right away was the word palpable. I don't know if you guys have been experiencing this lately, but I have, like, the palpitations, when you feel your heart kind of beating really fast in your chest. So that may be a physical manifestation of this energy, quite literally. But this energy is talking about moving forward. It also talks about the sun and how the sun kind of shines on everything and it attracts everything. So it's a very magnetic kind of energy. It talks about how this energy comes from within the cheetah and is shone out into the world, right? So the cheetah is also a fire animal, so it's a very fast moving. Fire is a very fast moving element. It's speedy, it's direct, it's creative, it can be willful. There's all sorts of things around fire. So we'll just say that the cheetah is a very fiery animal, okay? It's very fast moving, very swift moving. Again, I kind of connected this to also to the energy of Leo. So, you know, if you are needing to bring a little bit more of that energy into your life, this may be a animal that you want to connect with. But I feel like this is what is coming forward for the collective to connect to. And this is kind of the energy the collective is connecting to at this point in time. This very forward moving, direct energy. And this energy that comes forward not only with speed, but with power. And that's really, really amazing. So let's look at the second part of this on how we can connect with this guide and see what's coming up. I'm going to pull a tarot card for this. So we have the Six of Cups coming up reversed. So connecting with this guide, the way that the collective is connecting with this cheetah energy, I feel like is getting out of their emotional fucking states and doing something with their emotions. They are taking actions on things, particularly taking actions on emotions that they are feeling. Whether these be good emotions, positive emotions, negative emotions, whatever might be coming up emotionally, their emotions are really driving the collective right now. Okay. Um, and that's what this cheetah wants. Like this cheetah may be saying, this cheetah energy is saying, like, look, all this stuff is coming up for a reason. Use it. Okay. I feel like the Six of Cups, when it's upright, is this very nostalgic kind of energy. I got reminiscent kind of energy, almost where like people are, in the way it's shown to me is like people are sitting back and they're watching. And we've been in this energy of sitting back and watching and just allowing things to play out in whatever way they may play out. And now as a collective, we're done watching. Right? We are really tired emotionally of, we're tired of being passive. Now we're stepping into this active energy. Now we're stepping into the divine, the masculine energy of this cheetah and this fire energy. And we're like, it's enough of sitting back, enough of watching, enough of going with the flow and allowing things to happen. Now we need to, now we're going to step out and we're going to do something. Okay. And the collective is really connecting with this energy by stepping out, by stopping, sitting back and watching things and kind of going with the flow and stepping out into things to take action. Okay. Um, so that's really kind of interesting on how the collective is kind of connecting with this energy right now. I also feel like a lot of this is based off of possibly, I'm not going to say negative emotions, but emotions that are considered lower vibrational because they keep pulling me down. And as I look at the cheetah card as well, I'm seeing red, orange, and yellow, which are the colors of the three lower chakras. So the sorry, the root chakra is red, the sacral chakra is orange, and the solar plexus chakra is yellow, right? So we are kind of stepping into this really primal energy and we're tired of being receptive, but I'm also seeing we are using that primal energy. And it is these primal emotions that are driving us forward to take action right now. The thing that we need to be cautious about, though, with this energy for the collective, that the collective needs to be cautious about, is this energy being out of balance, right? To being impatient with things, wanting to rush things, not wanting to, wanting to charge in without necessarily thinking about things or planning things, or, being very, very impatient and very reactive is also coming through, as well as being competitive. Okay. There's a healthy way to be competitive, but don't turn this into a push and shove kind of tug of war energy, because that's what's coming through with competitive, is one tries to outdo the other, right? Um, and there is healthy competition, but I feel like this is in an unhealthy way, right? Be cautious of the division and separation and feeling like you have to overpower someone, or the collective, like one part of the collective trying to overpower another part of the collective, or push back on another part of the collective, or the competition between people in the collective, right? We as humanity need to stop competing against each other. We need to stop being impatient, but I feel like a lot of it, like I said, this negative stuff. So this competition and this impatience is what's driving us to take action. I feel like people are really, the collective humanity in general, are tired of sitting back and, you know, having other people, giving other people the control. Um, we're tired, we're growing impatient of things, and we're tired. When I think of competition, I think of like the hierarchy, right? We're tired of maybe being at the bottom of things as well. And we want to step into our power, which is what this cheetah energy is, right? Stepping into our own personal power and being able to express ourselves and express our emotions and express how we think, how we feel, whatever the case may be. And that's what's driving this action that is occurring in the collective right now, is that emotional frustration. Those um I don't want to say lower vibrational, but those emotions are what's driving the collective. Now, like I said, you can use those emotions in a positive way, or you can use those emotions in a negative way. Okay. You can use them to maybe create more division, or you can use them to unify. It all depends on how these emotions are used. I'm not going to say they're good or bad or positive or negative, because my guides are kind of pulling me away from those terms. But using this energy as a way to motivate and inspire and push forward with things. Okay, the cheetah is really too asking us to start doing something as a collective. It is asking us to get ourselves out of this reminiscent energy, where we as the collective are sitting watching everything in the world go on and not doing anything about it, right? Not stepping in and showing and contributing to what's going on in the world in one way or another, right? The cheetah is like, we need to contribute, we need to do, we need to put something into action. We need to stop sitting and just watching things passively and daydreaming about what the world could be like. Okay, because that is not doing us any good as a collective. And that's why this cheetah energy is coming forward, because it's like we need to take action. That being said, we are going to look at what this guide can help us with. What this guide can help us with. Okay. So we have the Lover's card reversed coming up for what this guide can help the collective with. The power of humanity, I feel like, is what this guide can help us. This cheetah energy that's coming forward can help us with, can help us to understand the power of being in the forms that we are. So a lot of times we are so focused on our own spiritual energies, right? So in this form, it shows us the power of, being outside of ourselves, the power of connecting to things beyond ourselves. the power of connecting to a spiritual part of ourselves that we can't see, or the power of being part of a something non-physical, right? When it's reversed, it's talking about the power of being part of something physical. The emphasis in the reversed is put on the humans instead of the angels. So it's put on the human part of us instead of the divine part of us. So I feel like what this cheetah energy is really coming through to help the collective with is to show us that even though we are in this meat suit, even though we are in this physical body, we are far from powerless. Okay? We are far from we are far from helpless. We are far from powerless. We are far from subservient is the word that's coming forward. Subservient. We are not here to serve. We are here to create. We are here to have fun. We are here to experience. We are here to step into our own power, to grow and develop and to learn. And the cheetah in and of itself does not allow itself to be restricted. It is in a human body, or a physical body. I don't want to say human, sorry. Not in a human body. The cheetah is in a physical body. When I say human, that's what I mean physical, meaning it exists in the physical realm. The cheetah is in a physical body, but it doesn't let that physicality restrict it, right? It can still move at speeds that are incredible. And yes, it can take a little bit. There's limitations to that, but the cheetah doesn't sit around and sulk about that because, oh my God, I can't sprint 100 miles an hour all day, every day, right? There is limitations, but it's about embracing your own power, embracing what you can do as a physical being, and seeing that there is power in being in this physical body. So a lot of us forget our own power as human beings. We forget our own power as people existing in this physical world. And we forget that, it's not just divine power that makes us powerful. These physical meat suits, these physical forms that we take on are powerful in and of itself too. It's not just the energy that resides within them. Okay? And I feel like that is really, and also the cheetah wants us to connect to those lower energies, okay? To connect with those human energies. So from the heart chakra upward is a lot of higher spiritual energies, okay? A lot of disembodied energies, so to speak. So the heart chakras are known, the heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye chakra, crown chakra are known as the spiritual chakras. The solar plexus chakra, sacral chakra, root chakra are known as the physical chakras. These are because these chakras are essential for survival. Okay, but the cheetahs, like, a lot of times it's those lower chakras that get blocked out or get stuck or whatever because we don't want to work with those energies. We are taught that those chakras are lower vibrational, that we need to be up from the heart space up. And a lot of people don't work with their lower chakras, but our lower chakras are our human chakras. They are our physical chakras. They are what helps us to cope and exist in this physical world. They are very important chakras and they are not negative at all. Like I said, it can be what we term as negative because we can have anger, we can have empowerment isn't always a negative thing. A lot of people are starting to view that word as positive now, but it used to be, power was negative. Sexuality was negative. Anger, frustration, motivation, willpower, drive, all of these things that connect to those three chakras were considered kind of negative things. And if we felt angry, it was a bad thing. We were taught, well, you shouldn't feel angry. don't feel angry, whatever, as a collective, so we shove all that stuff down, right? And the cheetah's like, no, these are powerful things that we can use, but it's all in how it's utilized, right? If you allow your anger to be expressed in a negative way, it's going to be a negative thing. If you allow your anger and frustration to be utilized and used and expressed in a positive way, it can be a very powerful positive force. Okay, again, it's all, there is no positive or negative, it's all in how it's used and how it is utilized. And we need to remember that those bottom three chakras are just as important as the other four chakras above them. Okay? And we can't disconnect from those. And I feel like that's what the cheetah energy is coming in to help the collective with too, is to remind them the importance of connecting with those lower chakras. Okay? And along with those lower chakras comes looking into things maybe that, comes with survival, comes with, what do we need in order to have a physical existence? Like I said, they are the human chakras, they are the survival chakras, because again, we need certain things in order to sustain this physical body. If we do not have those things, no physical body, we die, right? Or a physical body dies. And she does, like, we can't forget that. Okay, so let's see what else is coming up. We have, what is this guy's personality like? So I feel like what's coming up is the shadow side. This is the devil card. So I feel like this energies or this animal's personality, this specific cheetah. Now every cheetah is going to be different, but the one that's coming forward is very dark. Okay, and it's going to be easy for the collective to see this as a negative energy. This is what they're showing me. It is going to be easy to see this as a negative energy because we are taught the devil is bad. Okay, and this is a belief. The devil represents all the negative things about ourselves, all our demons, all the things that we believe are bad about ourselves, about society. So the collective, this cheetah is coming through, and it's carrying with it all that what we deem devil energy, right? So it's going to be easy to see beyond that. However, again, one thing that was brought up to my attention is the way that this is in the card. You see how it starts off in the dark red energy, and it moves out into light, moves out into yellow, it brightens up. We need to have dark energy. Dark and light energy are the same energy. They're just expressed in different ways. Okay. And the cheetah is saying that from the heart chakra up is what we would consider the lighter or the more spiritual chakras, the light chakras. From the solar plexus down is more the shadow chakras or the dark chakras or the human chakras, whatever you want to call them, right? We often label those chakras as dark. We often label that energy as dark, or a lot of people were taught that to be in our own power is selfish, and that to be angry is a bad thing, to be frustrated is a bad thing, to desire things is a bad thing, to be sexual and confident in ourselves is a bad thing. We are programmed to believe that from a very young age. And as a result, it blocks a lot of those chakras or causes dysfunction in a lot of those chakras, okay? Because all of those chakras connect to all of those things. So again, it's that shadow side. This cheetah is this energy that we're experiencing as a collective is not an energy that's going to play. Okay, this is some serious energy. And it is here to help us work through blockages, work through restrictions that we may have so that we can get things going. Okay, now these could be blockages in so many different ways on a collective level. Okay, these could be blockages in the collective thinking, blockages in the feelings we have as a collective, physical blockages. These could be so many different scenarios, but I feel like it's like, no, we need to look at the darker aspect of ourselves. We need to look at the darker aspect of society. We need to look at the darker aspect as a collective. Okay, where did we, that's the other thing, this cheetah is going to come in with the personality of, you have contributed to this problem. We are where we are as society, as a collective, because we all chose to create this together. This was a collective creation. The situations that we are in now, we are all responsible for being in this situation. And I know that that might trigger some people, but again, that's something this energy is going to do. It is going to trigger you. It is going to make you look at your individual part in the collective. And what part did you play in the whole scenario that's playing out in your world or the world in general? Okay? Look at that. That is what this cheetah energy is going to make you look at. Um, And that's what it's going to help us with by doing shadow work, okay? Working through our shadow side. It is coming through with this dark personality to show us the dark, much like the moon or the night comes through at night, right? Um, Again, go through these cycles, light and dark through the day, through the day through our day, what we call our day, right? We have the daytime, which is illuminated. We have the nighttime, which is the dark. We don't escape the dark. We can't escape the dark when the dark comes in, right? We can't escape that. We have to go through the nighttime. We have to go through the dark, but we appreciate the day that much more better. Um, but again, we can't stop the night from coming. Same with this cheetah, we can't stop the energies that are coming forward from pointing this out to us. This is something we have to look at as a collective. Okay. But again, the night doesn't have bad energy. Just because it's darker energy and it projects and, makes us look at different things that way, doesn't mean it's negative. We are going to look at how this guide is how the collective can know that this guide is around and how we can know of this energy, realize this energy. So this energy isn't going to be something that I feel like a lot of people are awakened to or even aware of. I feel like we have the Page of Swords coming up reversed. So the message that this energy is bringing in, a lot of people are not going to be aware of. Okay. A lot of people are going to be acting and reacting to this energy subconsciously, meaning we feel this pull to step in, we feel all these emotions, we feel this pull to take action on them, but we don't really understand or have an understanding or want to understand where this is coming from. And this is why, I think we were being cautioned about reacting to things, right? Because if we don't understand where this is coming from, we can't consciously take action on something, okay? And then it becomes a reaction to things. And not that one is more better than the other, because it's not. Sometimes we need those unconscious reactions. But I feel like for this energy in general, a lot of people aren't going to know um, or be aware that this energy is even around. And I think the people who are going to be aware that this energy is around will be the people who focus in on it. The people like you guys that are coming across this video that this is being pointed out and you're like, oh, so now it's in your awareness and now you're focusing on it, right? Now you're actually looking for this energy, or trying, you're going to be out in the world and be like, that reminds me of that. This was mentioned in that reading. That was meant. So you're going to see this energy at play, but I feel like a lot of people might not. But even though they don't see it consciously, doesn't mean they will not connect to it. Okay. Like I said, it will just be more of a subconscious thing where they're connecting through feelings instead of through conscious awareness. It makes sense. So this is going to be a pretty subtle energy. I feel like for most people, it's going to come through as like a watery type energy instead of a fire energy. And people might not be as aware of it as typical. And you guys are just going to feel, I think a lot of people, even if you are aware of these energies, you're going to feel a lot more of the energies than you are maybe seeing it. So I'm getting like, you're not going to go out and see like symbolisms connected to the cheetah, right? You're not going to see like pictures of cheetahs or, you know, cheetahs everywhere, whether it be like figurines and, popping up in pictures, popping up in posts, popping, whatever the case may be. You're not going to see remnants of that. You're going to feel this energy more than you're going to see it. So you're going to feel the desire to become empowered. You're going to feel the desire to take action. You're going to feel this need to kind of step out and do something with your emotions, and you're going to feel the emotions. You're going to feel the drive to do something. You're going to feel the drive to move forward and the push to move forward, and the push to really step into this masculine energy. Okay, it's not going to be a knowing thing. I feel like it could be, but again, you would have to be extremely perceptive and understanding to understand that and to really notice it. So let's look at how we can strengthen our relationship with this guide as a collective. How can we strengthen our relationship with this guide? Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles reversed coming up. We as a collective really need to actively seek to work with this energy. We need to be building something with this energy, okay? Individually. So upright, this is talking about building things together as a group. Reversed, it talks about building things internally, or building things individually, right? It's not that we need to create separation, okay? We do need to be working with other people, but we need to be working with other people based off of what we desire and what we want, and be working with people who want the same thing, okay? But in order to do that, we have to know what we want, right? And I feel like a lot of people, they're not, they follow the crowd, they don't even know why they want what they want. They're going by things that have been fed to them, and things that, have been said to them from other people, from other sources, whatever the case may be. The collective, for the most part, is not acting off of individual knowledge and individual information and deciding what they want to build based upon that they are acting off of external source information, external source shit that's been fed to them, shit that's been, we have to actively go out and create this. This is not going to be something that that this relationship with this thing, this cheetah is not going to come to us. This energy is not going to come to us or wait for us to do something, blah 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 blah. We have to do something with this energy, okay? That is how we are going to strengthen our connection to this cheetah energy, to this personal empowerment, to this forward moving energy, is to not sit on our asses and do nothing, okay? To get out there in the community, to contribute to building something. individually, each individual has to get off their behinds, and we have to reach forward and work together to create something. But it starts with each individual. Do you get what I'm saying? So strengthening your relationship with this guide and with this energy, they want you to take the initiative to reach out. They want the collective to come together and reach out and say, this is what we want to move towards. This is the energy we want to embody. And they want us to do something. Okay? This means coming together, but we each individually have to want to come together. Our connection with this energy will not be strengthened if we continue to allow there to be divide. Okay? There is going to be division, unfortunately. That is undeniable. Okay? That is not, you can't prevent that, because there's always going to be one person that wants one thing, another person that wants another thing, right? But at the same point in time, coming together with people who want the same things as you, who are seeing things similarly, whether there be differences or not, who are moving in the same direction you are, who want the same thing as you, who are moving towards the same goal. That's how the collective in general is going to connect with this energy, by coming together with these individual groups of people that want the same thing, to build something that they want and they desire. Okay? So let's pull one more card really quick on the message that this guide has for the collective. What is the message that this guide has for the collective right now? We have the 8 of Swords coming up. We are not as trapped as we think we are, okay? We are in a sucky circumstance in the collective. People are looking around and they are like, oh my God, we're stuck. What the fuck are we gonna do, kind of thing? Pardon my language, but what are we gonna do? We are stuck. We have our hands tied. And that is what goes into subservience. Okay. So remember when I said that part of what this cheetah energy was helping us to do was to realize our own power, to realize that we are not subservient. We are not here to be servants. We are not here to serve anybody, maybe ourselves in a sense. You know, we are here to learn, to experience. And a lot of people will say we are here to be of service. But in essence, I feel like this card is saying that this mindset that we're below or above others, that mindset, right? That somebody has control over us or we have control over others. When I say subservient, that's what I mean. That something has control over us or we have control over others. That mindset that we're stuck because something else has control over us. There's circumstances, there's situations, there's, whatever, we're in a situation that we can't control. We're stuck because, well, what other choice do we have? Well, whatever the case may be, for whatever reason, all of us are feeling stuck at this moment. It is not true. We are where we are because we created this. And the sooner we realize that there is a way out of this, that we are not tied up, that we are not bound and limited, that is a mindset, because this has to do with swords. Swords are our thinking, our mental thoughts, and our mental process. This is a mindset, okay? Being trapped, being restricted, being stuck is a mindset. You can push past that. If we choose to remain stuck, if we take a look at the world around us and we choose to do nothing to change what is occurring, then we created the situation we are in, and we have no right to bitch and complain about it. We don't. As a collective, we want something different. We need to go out and we need to change it. We need to get out of this victim mentality that, oh, I'm stuck. We don't have a choice. We don't have this and we don't have that. There's always choices. Always. We are never stuck. Ever. There is always another option. There's always another choice. There's always another way. We can create a world where we're trapped, where we're stuck. We can sit back and do nothing. Or we can take action and we can break through these barriers. We can say we're not going to remain stuck. We're not going to remain this. This is not how we want to continue. And we can do something to change that. But either way, where we end up in the long run is on us. That's what the cheetah wants to tell us too. That's the message. You know, we can choose to be victimized, we can choose to stay stuck, or we can choose to connect to this cheetah energy that's floating around right now and to utilize this energy to move forward. But the choice we make and where we end up is on us. Same with personal lives. If you guys are in crappy fucking circumstances and you don't do anything to change those circumstances and you continue to stay stuck, it is on you. Now, I'm not saying, again, like these have to be drastic things. Action, when I say action, it doesn't mean storming out. It doesn't mean, you know, going on strike. It doesn't mean, I mean, that's action too. You know, when people get tired at work of being treated the way they are and they go on strike to get their points across, like we've had teachers go on strikes and nurses go on strikes and, you know, to get points across to create change, that's action. But action can also be lighting a candle. Action can also be meditating. Action can also be doing the little things, making posts on social media to bring attention to things. Action can be so much, doesn't have to be drastic, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can be something little. But we all need to, the cheetah is saying that we all need to start taking action. We all need to figure out what direction we want to move as a collective and move together as one. And part of that is looking at the shadow side and looking at what we have done up into this point that has gotten us to this point. Because nobody's perfect. We've all made mistakes. So what are the mistakes we've made as a collective, as individuals, that has created this collective reality? What are the things, and, you know, where do we go from here? What have we done wrong and how do we fix it? But we're not powerless. We are only powerless if we allow ourselves to be powerless. Okay? Okay. So that is what I got for this spirit animal message for the collective. Hopefully that was helpful and inspiring to anyone who needed to hear it. And thank you guys so much for watching this. I will be back with another video soon. I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome night or day whenever you're watching this, and take care. Bye, guys.